what has become a trend. The Chicago Bears lose another close game, this time to the Atlanta Falcons, 27-24. Let's talk about it. What is going on, y'all? Fox Sports Hall back at it with another video talking, of course, some NFL here to talk about the Chicago Bears. So if you're a Bears fan, hit the big red subscribe button down below. Season-long Bears coverage right here, right now. You don't want to miss out. Hit the bell icon so you're notified every time I drop a new video, people. And make sure you are following me on all my social media platforms. Let's get into it. All right, so I know the losses are starting to pile up here, and I got to be honest with you, I know it gets frustrating. Even though this year's not about wins and losses, it still stings a little bit when you take an L. So the thing is with this one, this game kind of annoyed me. There was a few things that irked me, and I'll get into all of that. So let's start with where we always do, which is with the quarterback, number one, Justin Fields. He finishes the game 14 for 21 for 153 passing yards, a passing TD, had an interception late, which we'll talk about as well, and had 18 rushes for 85 rushing yards, okay, and also a rushing touchdown. So that was Justin Fields' day. The box score says it was a very solid day for Justin Fields, and for the most part it was. But let's dive a little bit deeper here into the details. So Justin Fields started off the game super hot, got the touchdown to Darnell Mooney. That was a dot under pressure, and he delivered it. Now, Mooney was wide open, but the fact is Justin Fields had pressure in his face, so the fact that he was still able to deliver it to Darnell Mooney, that was a good one, okay? The rushing TD, that was great as well. That's just what Justin Fields does. He did miss Darnell Mooney on what would have been a 67-yard passing touchdown. Mooney was wide open, and Fields just overthrew it. Now, I will be fair to Justin Fields here. It did seem like Darnell Mooney stopped running as much, but it was a tad bit of an overthrow for sure. Fields has to hit that. Those are the gimmies. You cannot miss those. That was a touchdown. And, you know, if that connects, maybe the Bears come out on the other side in this one as victorious. All right, so that one hurt. Later on in the game, Justin Fields really started to, look like he was hurt. I mean, the hamstring started flaring up, and his non-throwing shoulder, he got rocked in that. And, man, I was in pain looking at Justin Fields, all right? And part of the things that irked me in this game was the fact that Luke Getsy saw that his quarterback was hurt, and he still rushed him, okay? Multiple times. Look, we know Justin Fields' best ability are his legs, but when you know he's clearly hobbled and hurt, why are you rushing him, right? Why are you rushing him? And so that was one of the biggest problems today is the play calling, especially in the second half by Luke Getsy. Not good. Not good. You are dialing up these rushes for Justin Fields. He's taking hit after hit after hit. It's just not sustainable. You have to know the personnel and where they are, right? If a guy's hobbled, stop dialing up quarterback runs, right? If he's healthy, yeah, you can do that, but he clearly wasn't. So that frustrated me for Luke Getsy, and I got to tell you, right, the interception, let's talk about the interception at the end there. Look, it was high. Monty got both hands on it. It went through. He should have caught it more than likely, but again, we're talking about a running back, not a receiver, so maybe I give Monty more slack here. But overall, man, it was just unlucky. I'll just leave it at that. Unlucky interception for Justin Fields. And, the Bears still haven't learned how to win late games, and that's still something that needs to get developed, and that still needs to happen here. But honestly, the biggest takeaway for me in this game was the play calling late and in 2-minute situations just not being good. Luke Getsy really has regressed a little bit over the past week or so after really dialing in as a play caller. He needs to understand where and how Justin Fields is feeling in the game when he's calling these plays, all right? The second thing, the offensive line was horrendous today. I mean, my goodness, Justin Fields got sacked 4 times. There were times when the Bears were protecting with like 5-6 guys, and the Falcons were just rushing 4, and they still got to Fields. Like, it was bad, folks. The offensive line, I mean, we all know this, but man, I cannot wait to address the offensive line. If we spend our first 4 to 5 picks on O-line in the draft, I wouldn't mind at this point. That's how bad the situation is for the Bears offensive line today. it was bad. And that was another part of the reason why Justin Fields kept taking hits, because the offensive line could not protect him. So overall, the theme today is you kind of see what happens when you put the entire weight of the world on your quarterback. It's not going to be sustainable. You got to be able to give him some support, and you got to be able to let him not get hit as much. Justin Fields is not going to survive if he keeps taking this many hits. I don't have a problem with him rushing, but you got to be able to slide, and then also you got to be able to manage the rushes. And that's what Luke Getsy needs to learn. So those were the two big takeaways here: the play calling in the second half and in 2-minute situations, and the offensive line looking terrible. Let's talk about a couple other guys. David Montgomery, 17 rushes for 67 rushing yards and 3 catches for 54 receiving yards and a rushing touchdown. He actually led us today in receiving, which is kind of sad, honestly, when your running back leads you to receiving and he has 54 receiving yards. Monty was solid. This was a typical Monty game. When he gets the workload, he's able to churn out yards and produce. He doesn't hit the big play, but he'll just consistently churn out the yardage. And I thought he had a solid game. Again, at the very end, I wish he would have caught that pass, but I thought Monty had a solid game. Colcom had 3 catches, 35 yards. Spectacular catch that he gained all of his yards on, but I wish I saw more involvement here from Komet. Wish I saw his touchdown streak continuing. Darnell Mooney, 4 catches for 29 yards and a touchdown. The touchdown was great, but I wish Darnell Mooney on these screen passes that we find him would find a way to catch it and hit the route full speed, because he always catches the football and turns around, and it's so frustrating because he barely gains any yardage on it, right? 29 receiving yards, that's not good enough. That's not getting the job done. And Chase Claypool, 2 catches for 11 yards. Can we get the man more snaps? I mean, it's the 3rd week with Chase Claypool. What's it going to take? I get taking it easy on a guy, but my goodness, please, let's get this guy more snaps, okay? So overall, the offense was solid. 24 points is what they put up, but it can be better. It can be better. The defense was honestly decent today. They forced some turnovers. They were not horrendous, which is a dub at that point because of how bad this defense is talent-wise. So that's where we're at, people. But overall, 2 takeaways in this game. Luke Getsy's play calling late and the offensive line. Those 2 things got to improve. At this point, moving forward for the rest of the season, all I care about and all I'm worried about is Justin Fields' health. Let's hope that he is and stays healthy and nothing happens to him, man, because he took hits in this game. It was a brutal game for Justin Fields, and he is going to be sore tomorrow morning, if he's not already sore right now. So I know it's a loss, but look at it in a positive way. Another, way to get a better draft pick for the Chicago Bears. So Justin Fields didn't do anything to stray away from the fact that he still looks like the franchise quarterback. So I'm okay with that. Just got to hope that Fields stays healthy. Let me know what you guys think. Biggest takeaway for you guys in this game. Leave a comment down below as always. Thanks for watching.